I got my new thing imported. I got the Christian Dior. They wanna look at the foreign. They couldn't even afford it. Look what I did with the bag. Look what I did with the bag. I got a thing in the back, and I ain't taking no chat. I got my new thing imported. I got the Christian Dior. They wanna look at the foreign. They couldn't even afford it.
Unfiltered, people. We're back up in the building. Express Truth Show. Making Thursdays great again. And before we do anything else today, people, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment. Algorithm business that we are dealing with. It's Unfiltered, people. Shout out the Patreon crew. Shout out the YouTube crew. Shout out the Spotify crew. We are in the building. So without further delay, let me bring in my co-host, Stephen Brown. Stephen, what you saying, man? What's going on?
Oh, sorry. I'm here reliving my childhood with the Megazord and that.
Transformers.
Power Rangers.
Oh, yeah.
Mighty Morphin Blood, the OG, you get me?
Oh, yeah, true.
What are we saying? Unfiltered, blood. So this
building?
thing's always unapologetic, unbiased, and always unfiltered, man.
That's a fact.
Making Thursdays great again, never late again. It's the greatest show on earth. Back up in the building, man.
Factual.
Your favorite podcast, changing the world one Thursday at a time. Your girlfriend's favorite side piece, and I'm not talking coleslaw. We in the building, man. What we I said, man, before I kick it out like I gave my FIFA doggy.
Fam, we here, man. People,
Keep it
don't
uniform,
forget, man, it's very, very important that you hit that like button, man. We're up against a lot right here. So hit that like button, hit that like button.
Yeah, people, check out the
like
show
button.
last week on the TikTok band. We know I said them reverse them stuff. I know they hit the moonwalk on it like Jacko, but check the TikTok
Yeah,
band.
innit?
Because
And that band didn't even go ahead.
Yeah, YouTube did us filthy with that show. I don't know what they're playing at, man.
Facts. And the band didn't even go ahead after all of that.
So it
hoo-ha.
didn't go ahead at all, or they postponed it.
It went ahead for like, it was down for like 9 hours. That was it.
Why? I mean, no, enough of you so influencer did that sweat.
They did a bag of them made videos. There was loads of videos. Oh, what am I going to do? I've bought this car.
Work.
I'm doing this. I'm doing that.
Work.
And you know what someone was even saying?
Work.
They were like, oh, this is the modern day way to make money. It's unfair. That's what they were saying.
Work.
Then, I tell you how I knew it went back up. TikTok put out a statement thanking Trump. Thank you to President Trump that it's back up now.
But enough people were saying that it's going to sound stupid because obviously it is political. But enough people were saying that was just a political move because a lot of people were saying that he first initiated said TikTok ban talk.
That's a fact.
The first time.
That's a fact. And then so he created the problem and then gave them the solution.
Because he wanted to be the hero.
Yeah, which he was. People were like, thank you, it's back.
Modern day Robin Hood.
See what I mean? There was even people, it was mad.
Well, you know what? He could be doing that just for the accolades and the clouts. Or it could also be, maybe realistically, it's not impossible. Because remember, he chats to Kim Jong, chats to Putin. Maybe he could be trying to build some kind of relations with China. Because that would be the sensible thing to do. But we'll see.
It would be still.
I don't depend on mad thing over there. So I'm not talk about what? Canada want to turn 51st state and them thing there.
Yeah, and then, you know, they got something called the Gulf of Mexico.
They want to call it the Gulf of America?
Yeah. You know what else he did as well? He's even done
what are they going to do next? Change tacos to crunchy chips?
He's done the gender thing. There's only two genders. There's only two genders.
Agree!
Yeah, he's came in heavy with that. There was one other thing as well, one more thing.
The DEI business.
Not that. We're going to talk on that. There was something else he did straight away. So he done the gender thing. He done the TikTok thing. He ran that up.
Yeah.
There was something else. It'll come back to me.
What were we saying about the Canada thing though? Because I was talking about this with someone briefly today. You know, I think that
they're Americans anyway.
I know, because aren't they all a part of NATO and all of that stuff?
They're just Canada, Stephen, are just Americans anyway. But I don't think they would be happy about being the 50. But remember, they play in the NBA and everything.
But Mark, yeah,
you know that, innit?
Toronto Raptors.
Yeah.
But remember, it's maybe it's just for control, because remember, that's the other side of the border, you know.
But Toronto.
Yeah, no, not Toronto itself, but remember, you got Canada-America border, Mexico-America border. So maybe by incorporating them, then you've got control of both borders.
Well, one thing I can tell you about Canada, though, is they definitely sound American, have all the same TV shows.
It depends.
No, I mean, you've got them. You've got them.
Hey, them man are some waste, man, eh? Hey,
that's Toronto, innit? Yeah.
What you know about us, eh? Hey, them are some waste, man, eh?
But you see, if you take away, remember, you see them, the accent there. That's a mixture between.
You know, I've heard females talk like that. I can't stand it, big man.
You know where that comes from, though. That's
UK, yard,
and
America.
Yeah, thank you. So what I'm saying is, you talk to a Canadian white person like who's nothing to do with nothing, no urban, nothing. It sound American.
I can't take that.
Yeah.
I can't take. I don't even know. They need to come up with a name for it, but that dialect that some of them speaking, I can't. It just confuses my brain.
But Canada is basically America.
True.
It is. So I guess with that side of things, if they pull it off.
But do we not feel like, I feel like it might hurt both sides though, just if we solely keep it immigration for a moment, because they show a lot of stuff in Toronto, because I know they complain about it. There's a lot of like, I think it's East Indian immigrants in Canada, because I think they were showing like some square, I think it was Diwali or something, I might be mistaken, and they were celebrating and they were like, yo, this is Canada, but it looks like India and whatever. So I don't know, are you going to have an influx of people trying to get into America? We have an influx of Americans trying to get, certain Americans or American immigrants trying to get into Canada. So
I think you can drive there from New York, you know.
I think you can.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, won't it just be one big clusterfuck for everyone?
Basically, but that's what America is anyway, you know. If you really think about it, everybody's in America.
Right.
You can literally, you know, when you're in New York, Stephen.
Return of the Mac, it is. Yeah, go on.
Shout out to the legend, man. You know, when you're in America, yeah, like, okay, let me pick a state. If you're in New York, because that's where I've frequented the most.
Facts.
You can literally pick someone from anywhere in the world, you know.
Yeah.
Every kind of food.
New York might be the most, it's like the multicultural hub of America, I would say.
Yes. Then LA.
Cause
I know you've been LA. You've been LA.
York.
You've been LA, innit?
Cause it's, yeah, I've been LA.
What was that saying?
West Coast and that. It's nice though.
Did you go to like the swap meets and all that?
Nah, because I was young when I went. Not like super young, but I was under 21.
Okay.
Not that you have to be 21, but obviously, so I went a big man, so I wasn't going to venture into the ends.
Yeah, I'm going to when we go there, it's going to be difficult, you know.
I need someone from, I'm not going to lie, I'm going to want to go there, you know, but I need a man who knows the ends. Someone neutral though. Not no geezer I walk with. Hey, ain't that little scrappy? Boop, 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 boop. And then me, I duck ball inside me.
Nah, you're talking about going Compton and all them places. Man, we'll blend in, man.
Isn't that where the swap meet is though?
No, because remember,
Where's the swap meet then?
No, I think a swap meet is just like saying like...
No, yeah. But I know there's a big one. I think it's in Compton, blood. There's a big...
No, remember, you got Crenshaw, you got Slauson, you got...
The Slauson. Where's the Slauson? Because I always hear them talk about that one.
So Slauson is like another zone, because you got Compton and you got Slauson.
Oh, okay.
Remember Crenshaw, that's where Nipsey's from, innit?
Nipsey's from, yeah.
So I think the swap meet is just like... I've watched videos, man's going in there and that. Remember that geezer, Crit Mac?
Yeah.
He used to make videos going in there and that.
Yeah, he's gang affiliated though,
yeah.
bro.
All of them.
But that might be the issue. We blend in. They might think I'm little Scrappy's cousin or something. And then I'll have to be like, hey, excuse me, sir. I'm not from here. I do not gangbang, sir. I'm not from here. That's when I'll have to get super English on them.
Yeah, nah, but yeah, LA, it seems live out there, but yeah, definitely.
Oh, you one of them little James Bond niggas, huh? Yeah, I am. I'm James Bond's first cousin, mate.
Yeah, nah, over there is mad still.
I'll have to do a reverse Idris Elba, fam.
No, facts.
I ain't trying to fit in Baltimore. You're mad, my yacht.
I was watching a man in Baltimore as well. Talk about Baltimore.
They might have the worst their slang is... You can't understand them, you know.
They got buy for $1, sell for $2. Do two.
Yeah, prop joke.
You know who talks like that? Javante Davis.
Oh, is he from there?
He's from there, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Do.
The perfect fam. I don't think I've heard anyone.
Baltimore.
I don't think I've heard anyone with a stronger one, stronger than that Snoop.
You know my favorite two US accents? Baltimore and New Orleans, fam.
New Orleans is crazy.
New Orleans is funny when them mans talk. Like, yeah, baby. That's how they talk.
Yeah, big man can't call me baby still.
Fam, the core man. No, was it? No, but that's the dude I was watching was Chopper City. You know who that is?
Mm-mm.
His name's Chopper City. It used to be Little Wayne or something. But
okay.
Yeah, them man are funny down there as well. But yeah, man.
Hey,
so what you saying, man? Let's just start the show.
And Crunchy Black from Orleans. I'm
Crunchy Black. Is that 3-6 Mafia?
Yeah.
Nah, them man are from
Louisiana.
No, Memphis.
I'm happy to be here, Glad.
Yeah, Memphis, fam. I know anything about that era of rap. I don't even listen to them, man. But anything about that era, I can tell ya.
I know that them man's won the Oscar, innit?
3-6, yeah, that's Memphis. Yeah, Yo Gotti, Elvis Presley's from there. Memphis, yeah. Elvis Presley and that. America's mad. Americans are mad.
We're gonna run it up,
and
man.
America is mad.
Big up, man.
You know what I mean?
Big up, talking about America, big up man like Hanson, blood. But kick off the show.
Now, shout out Hanson. I've been watching bag of Hanson's things, you know.
Yeah, you been sending them to me?
Yo, some of them are funny, you know.
I know we can't do it. Chris, you really should punch some of them geezers in the face, but I know you can't.
Nah, some of them are funny. I was watching one. Last thing we'll say for
I think they're all retarded, you know. Don't hurt me, please.
Stephen.
I think they're all like special. But Mark, you know.
I thought they weren't real.
No, I know, because I remember you messaged me, but you know, when I look at that and compare them to some of the English ones I've seen, I think they go hand in hand, you know, because nothing, I'm not comparing, it's apples and oranges. Obviously, Hanson's thing's the proper thing. But some of these UK ones that they do, and they stop them on, a lot of them seem to have mental illnesses, you know.
They do.
But what I'm saying is though, Mark, I know there's a system in place and all of that, and there's a mental health pandemic and all of that. But I'm saying, because you're missing some chromosomes, that means you want to look at kids.
It's mental. It's mental. Hear Hanson though on this one. You gotta watch this one. So
send the link, man.
He comes in there now, a black geezer, you know. So he comes in that and he's like, he brings weed and that. I can't even say what he says, X-rated. Okay. So Hanson's like, when he gets nabbed, Hanson, he's like, oh, please don't hurt me, sir. Please don't hurt me, sir. So Hanson's like,
right, thinking like he's the dad or something.
Yeah, thinking that he's like some KKK or something.
Oh, okay.
So here Hanson now he goes, you know, he's got that voice. He's like, yeah, what kind of weed is that, sir? he's like, yo, what kind of weed? Funny, yeah, but mine was serious though. But you know the one, I've watched better times.
Why don't you have a seat?
Yeah, take a seat right over there.
I'm Chris Hanson.
Shall I tell you the one that made me laugh though?
Yeah.
Legendary people. I've watched it bag of time. The one where the geezer brings the pizza. That there is hilarious.
Is that the one when he gets naked?
No. He brings a pizza.
I think I've seen that one.
He's eating the pizza because he don't know how serious it is. That one there,
eating the pizza all the way through,
and he's dropped the uncut version to that. Heavyweight content, man. Heavyweight content, man. Big up Chris Hanson every time. Heavyweight content, man. Yeah, the geezer brings a pizza, but it's scary, you know, to catch a predator. Legendary stuff. But all right, let's get into this thing today.
I think we're warmed up enough.
We've definitely warmed up enough.
Stretched enough. Go on.
Southport. I'm just gonna say it like that.
Talk to me, nice.
The Southport killer has now. They've put out his real picture now. Now, remember at the time, Stephen, we did a live on this, Truth Tellers episode 3. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we did this. And I'm going to keep it real with you, you know. The mainstream media did try and protect him still. Mm-hmm. They knew it would cause drama because if they would have put that picture out at the time, madness. Because remember they put out little school pictures where he's smiling and all of that. And people still think that the indigenous didn't have a reason to be upset. And we'll read an article in a second. But the indigenous at the time, remember they locked up Bagger Man who were like trying to release info about the geezer, allegedly. So when I look at the picture that they've released, now I'm like, the inevitable's going to happen, you know.
But even that, Mark, they should have, even the picture, Mark, I would have told the twat to fix his face, you know. Because, you know, even the face he's pulling, it's like he's like he's still trying to like disguise himself. I would have said, idiot, fix your face so people know it's you.
I know he's trying to look like a bad man in the picture.
Yeah,
you
some weird girls, yeah. It's an absolute turn it, man.
I ain't eating.
Hold on, wrong one.
Yes.
Hold on.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Please, get the fuck out of here, man.
All right, should we read the article?
Yeah, go on.
All right, let's get into this thing, people. So, Southport killer Axel Rudakubana admitted carrying a knife more than 10 times, but was still able to buy a blade on Amazon, the Home Secretary has said. Yvette Cooper said public bodies completely failed to identify the terrible danger that he posed as his obsession with extreme violence developed years before the attack. On Monday, Rudakubana pleaded guilty to the murder of the young girls. Yeah, he will be sentenced on Thursday. Earlier, the Prime Minister said a new and dangerous threat from violence-obsessed individuals, a public inquiry into missed opportunities to stop Rudakubana has been announced. Cooper told the Commons it was a total disgrace that he was able to easily order a knife on Amazon at the age of 17, despite having prior convictions for violent offences against another child at school. She also said there would be a thorough review of the anti-extremism program, Prevent, after it emerged that Rudakubana was referred to it on 3 separate occasions between 2019 and 2021. An initial review over the summer found Prevent had failed to flag Rudakubana as a serious threat because he did not exhibit a commitment to a single radical ideology, Cooper told the House of Commons. She said that the 3 referrals took place after he expressed an interest in school shootings, the 2017 London Bridge attack, the IRA, M15, and the Middle East. Too much weight was placed on the absence of ideology. That's all we need to say. So, this Rudakubana, yeah, I have to butcher his name because you know what it is. But Stephen, he was known to the government, yeah? So, this guy has exhibited and displayed violent behavior numerous times, yeah?
Yeah.
Why was he on the streets? That's the facts. Now, this dude was on the road. We know what he ultimately done. The conversation is about the system right now. The system failed. Because you know what? If you show an attitude of extremism or an ideology of extremism, you bring a knife to school, you're willing to do something with that knife.
Mm-hmm.
That's not an isolated incident, just like the other guy the other day with the young girl, Elaine Adam. And you attack.
Yeah.
You've attempted to attack people on 3 occasions. Stephen, shouldn't be on the road. That was an accident waiting to happen, just like I said in the other video. When a man's on road like that and he's willing to do violent crimes, yeah, it's a bomb waiting to explode, and that's what happened. And he went and done that move. And to be honest, the government are lucky that didn't kick off the way it could have.
Okay, does this not always happen though? Because wasn't it the same thing in Nottingham with the black guy? And he killed, was it 2 or 3? He killed a couple of students, I believe. And he was not, do you remember that? And we covered that as well.
History of violence.
Yeah, he was known to the system.
Wow.
I don't know what it is in regards to the way the mental health is sanctioned in the UK. I'm definitely not an expert, so I'd have to just try and use my grey matter and kind of guesstimate works. But clearly, there's not enough. You know what it is? I don't need to guesstimate. I know what they're gonna say. They're gonna be like, oh, we're short staffed. There's not enough fun. You know, there's always an excuse. There's always an excuse, and you notice it's always, we're gonna look into this. Why are you always looking into it after the worst happens?
Facts.
Like the social care system, for argument's sake, after these children are malnourished and you find them dead at home, we're going to look into why the case was. Why is it always after? Why is it always tech for children dying? And then you still don't do anything? You make it look like you're going to do something. You shuffle around some papers, but it happens again. This will happen again, and probably soon. It always friggin' happens, man. And then you didn't want to clear it up with this picture. You let people believe that it was certain parts of you've made them believe like it was the Islamic Muslim community. Remember those rumors were going around?
Yeah, at the start, yeah.
That never got cleared up. Then you're putting out a picture, he was a part of BBC Comic Relief Children. Who cares, bud? He just killed 3 kids.
Facts.
Who were doing Taylor Swift dance.
On the first day of the holidays.
Who do you think they were bothering? Who do you think they've ever wronged? And then you're trying to say, he wasn't linked. So it's not extremist unless you link to an extremist group. So you can't just be an extreme individual.
That's what they're trying to say. That he didn't have a solo ideology. A single ideology.
It doesn't matter, he's a maniac.
Yeah, and that's why he ultimately did what he did. They allowed that. And then after the fact, Stephen, when you got to think, this is what I was saying at the time. You remember at the time, you can go back to that show, timestamp. You remember at the time when I kept saying, the alleged far right and all of that. Remember when I kept saying that? Because there were people who felt away. And like I said, the government can only so much but pull the wool over people's eyes, Eventually, someone's going to say, you know what, allow this. I'm telling you. Because look, now they've put out the real picture, but you notice when they've done all of this, you notice when Trump's inauguration's going on, yeah? Because Distraction, because remember, everyone's worried about what he's got going on over there.
After the
remember, you look in the crowd, who do you see? Big old Boris Johnson and Liz Truss, this one, that one. That's where the press is the press's eyes are right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, the press are on Trump, so they've dropped that. Now, if they would have dropped that picture, or because they can't drop the mugshot because he was under 18 at the time, but if that picture would have somehow released at the
has
time,
he turned 18 since?
he's turned 18 now. That's why we see that image. But let's say you put out an image like that during that time. What you think's going on? People can talk about man's looting Greg's and doing all of that. That's the lower end of the spectrum. Let's keep this thing 1,000.
Facts.
Yeah? But you're talking about a man who is an immigrant, yeah, from, where's he from?
Is it Uganda? No, that's
Rwanda.
the other one.
Rwanda.
Sorry.
An immigrant from Rwanda.
Apologies to the Ugandans.
Yeah, the other brother was Ugandan. That's what you said that. Yeah. So a Rwandan, a British Rwandan, who's killed 3 little girls. Huh?
British via Rwanda.
No. 3 indigenous girls, bar 1. What you think's gonna work?
Where was one? I thought they were all 3.
Nah, 1 was Portuguese.
Oh, I thought they were all Caucasian. Okay.
One was Portuguese, but I'm saying that don't matter.
No. I'm just saying.
I'm just breaking down that an immigrant's done that.
So, what do you think the outlook on immigrants will be? Hold on, let me finish.
Yeah. Go to.
No, because I'm gonna add some more to it. I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah, man.
But what do you feel like the thoughts and feelings are gonna be towards immigrants after something like this happens? When you're already living in a country where you feel like you as an indigenous person are ostracized, ignored. Oh my God, I can't buy milk. I have to decide between milk and bread or gas and electric.
What
do you feel? And then you look and you be like, hold on, these people are coming in by drones. They're letting them in willy nilly. They're sneaking in. There's alleged migrant hotels on every corner. They get this paid for. They get that paid for. How would you feel and I'm not saying like you're someone who's just a normal indigenous person. So born and raised. And I don't. And when I say indigenous, that's why we say indigenous, because indigenous doesn't mean white.
For me, it does.
It don't, man. Because if you're
break
talking
it down,
about history,
I'll tell you what I mean.
I know why you're saying that, but when I say indigenous, I'm just talking about like you're just a person who was born and bred here, work, pay taxes, all your family's here.
Indigenous for me means your great granddad was from here. If you can't say that, you're not indigenous to this thing.
Then a lot of people aren't indigenous. Then
I agree, but there's a lot of men here.
Even certain men who are kicking off.
A lot of them men are Irish.
Kicking off Ingregs.
But if you're talking about British indigenous, a lot of them man, there's families Irish or Welsh.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about there are people with 500.
No blacks, no dogs.
They
no
are
Irish.
500-year lineages here. You do know that, innit?
Yeah.
Like I'm talking about, there's white people here that they can trace back their thing 500 years.
It's mainly,
we can't do that. I know enough black people are begging it though.
Nah, I know. Weirdos.
You see the comment on the channel? A man was like, oh, nah, we're not from Africa. We're from the UK, but we got shit from the... Whoever commented it, let them comment it
Soklo and Doklo. But anyway, yeah. So I know what you're saying. So technically we're both right, but I
facts.
All right, we'll say white then, because if you look at if we go back, if we flash, when was it? Was it August? When was it? When you had the
July/August.
July/August. If we jump back to July/August of 24, and we saw the kind of climate in the country. People were like, yo, they're going to link up in Jewelry Quarter and they're going to link up here and da-da-da. It was predominant. Let's be honest. When we did see certain crowds, it was predominantly Caucasian white people. You get me?
Factual.
That's just the truth.
Biblical facts.
So I'm saying, like, even if you weren't involved in that, you had no thoughts of that before. You turn on the news. Oh, yeah, little girls killed by a person from Africa. Oh, this is from person from... I don't know, Afghanistan. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Oh, there's migrant hotels filled with Africans, Afghanistan, Somalis, this, that, Indians, Pakistanis, I can't think, Madagascars. I'm just thinking anybody.
Yeah, just throw it out. Yeah.
You know, these thoughts and feelings might start creeping in. That's why reform got. I know I'm always making it political. I said I'm not going to talk about politics too much this year.
But it's the truth though.
But then you saw how reform was picking up steam at the last election for those who didn't have their head under a rock. Because I know people say they don't care about politics, but it affects everyday life. But you saw how reform was picking up steam. They were talking about, let's get them out, let's stop the boats, and all of that. They didn't win per se, even though Nigel Farage is in now.
It's a step closer.
Well, it's a step closer, but don't let them trick you, man, because they can't stop it. Even if they got in tomorrow, they can't stop it.
They cannot stop what's going on, but you know what it does though? I'm telling you straight.
Fuels the fire, man.
For the sake of this conversation, let's say indigenous means what you're saying. To take it away from what I'm saying, Yeah, and let's just look at it like
so everyone who's just born and bred
who's
in
born
the UK,
and bred.
works in the UK, pays
say,
taxes.
Let's just say you're born here and your parents were here 10 years before you were born.
Okay.
Yeah. For the sake of this convo,
Mm-hmm.
let's say that's indigenous.
Mm-hmm.
That group of people are now getting used to heinous acts every other week, Stephen. How long until they really start to say, hold on a second? And it doesn't matter how much, I'm not disrespecting no man's thing, but it doesn't matter how much you suit up and stand outside. When the real thing comes, there'll only be certain men that are outside for that. Like, without me saying certain things, like, it's easy for men to stand up when there's nothing really going on. Or if you're old enough to remember when the real things were going on. Yeah? I'm talking about where the days where if you got caught, you was gonna be on the paper. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about men that are licking out glass in Greg's. Them are idiots. I'm talking about man,
the real toe-to-toe business.
The real brothers who really stand by this thing. I'm talking about that crop of brothers, yeah. You're making it easier for them and for their ideology to be sold.
To research.
That's all I'll say, because when you see that Rwandan youth there,
we need to separate that. Okay, I'm black via Jamaica. I'm black via Kenya. I'm black via Gambia.
Bible facts.
Not just, and it separate. So you split yourself up. Not even split yourself up. You just represent where you come from. It's not even because people are going to say no.
Separate, fam.
People are going to
separate.
It's not even a separate. It's not. You know why I'm not saying separate or division?
Yeah.
Because it's not that, Mark. Because it's not like, oh, you're Gambian, I don't fuck with you. You're Trinidadian, I don't fuck with you. It's not that. You just come from there. You come from there. We're both black. We're gonna have things in common, but we're gonna have cultural differences.
Bible facts. But what I'm saying is, when a man is doing madness like killing gal, killing youths, any youths full stop, but doing madness, yeah?
Yes.
Certain man's ideology, like today, there's a brother that I seen his video pop up on the feed, yeah? An indigenous individual.
Yeah.
And my man was just on some, yo, they're playing with us, they're ramping with us, like proper rallying the troops and that. And in the comments, man were like, yeah, the man them are turning in their grave and all of that from back in the day and all of this. And I'm like, you see, that's what I mean, separate.
No,
I'm separating 100%. From a man like Rudakubana or whatever his name is. No disrespect. But I'm separating from him because, Stephen, me and him ain't nothing in common.
We ain't kin.
But, like these man are joining, even when it comes to an extremism thing.
Skin folk ain't kin
yeah,
folk,
man are joining an Arab extremism unit, blood. So I'm saying me and you ain't got nothing in common. So you're black.
We don't have one.
That's why this black British thing, for me, we need to make it clear what this means. What does it mean? Like, because I would say this, yeah. I'm gonna say it raw, fam. This is unfiltered. I would say that we represent two things. Yeah. We represent the Jamaican diaspora.
Gang.
That's a fact. And we represent Black Britain. That's a fact. But a lot of man,
Mike, it gets.
But you see what's happening?
Mike, it get. Anyway,
but this Black British thing is so open that a lot of men are coming in and they ain't even really paid their dues, fam.
You can't, the Black British thing though.
Were you fighting brothers in school?
No.
Are you old enough to remember the racist football fans?
No.
Then you ain't Black British, rude boy.
Get the fuck out of here, man. Please. Please, get the fuck out of here, man.
But no, I agree. But I'm saying by that token though, do we not need to define what the Black British experience is?
That's what we need to do. Should we do that right now? Or is it too, or do we need a whole show for that?
We can give a,
because I'd say I definitely these FBA, man. I know you don't watch it. Should I explain it to you, or do you know?
I know a little bit about it. You can explain.
All right,
for those at home, because I feel like you know what? It's not even for me. I feel like a lot of people don't know about it because we're not in America.
All right, so in America right now, you got this FBA thing that's going on.
Yes.
Yes, so FBA stands for Foundational Black Americans. Mm-hmm. So what they're doing is the same, rude boy. When you man came here and seen us here, no matter what the F that's gone on, you came here and seen us. So a lot of men are like moving to the States and they're calling them tethers. You know what a tether is?
Yeah. When you latch onto something.
Yeah. So they're saying you man are tethers to our thing. So they're saying, man, like.
So when they say the tethers, is it derogative?
So a tether would be a man like.
They were calling Math Hoffer a tether.
Yeah, Buster Rhymes, Math Hoffer. That's because them man ain't foundational Black Americans.
No, so in the eyes of the FBA, then is a tether. That's what I'm saying. Is derogative.
So we'll be tethers if we move to the States. Yeah.
So is that a derogative term?
Basically, yeah. Basically. But what they're doing it for, I know it's a big drama at the minute.
Okay.
But why they're doing it, there's certain men that are using it for the wrong thing, but there's other men that are doing it to divide, to separate themselves from the madness that them men are doing. So for conversation's sake, Stephen, there's a brother called Big Groove. You know that Big Groove, brother?
Yeah. A lot of people don't.
Mom
like
is a
him.
tether.
Where's he from?
He's some Nigerian cat or something, but meaning
is it?
like his people, he's in America, but he'll do madness like go to a restaurant. Like, like just for the mans who don't know who he is, he'll go to like a restaurant, yeah,
Sharp,
and then like some Caucasian brother will give him a burger, he'll bite into it, and then he'll start,
he'll do sharp bite, a massive bite, and then start
dancing and that. So them man is saying, yo, you're not one of us, you're not like us. So that's, if you notice, everything with them man over there now is you're not like us. FBA, Fat Joe's feeling it right now. Because they're saying, really, boy, you didn't create nothing. He's saying, everybody who's not FBI. So I'm saying that movement is slightly divisive, but it is a necessary thing.
It's a necessary, man.
Because certain man, there was a story I was hearing, one Yankee brother was telling me that man were just going onto the New York subways and doing madness, fam. But these men are from like Mozambique, Cameroon and that. So they're saying, yo, you man ain't FBI. Like, you man ain't FBI. We do madness, but we don't do that level of mad. The odd one might slip through the crack. So what we're saying now here is, really, boy, these men are not FBB. And I ain't pushing that term. I see all these man.
A man's pushing that now.
Man are pushing that, yeah. Foundational black British. Yeah. Foundational black British.
Nah.
No, but they're saying.
I'm FBC, blood.
Wait, what's that?
Foundational Black Caribbean, G.
I feel no, but they're saying that. All right, so look,
yard man first, fam.
No, that's a fact. But Stephen, we got to look at it like this.
Oh, sure.
We've given, if we got yards, no man not accept us, you know. Facts.
Fam, no, it's facts, but fam,
facts.
You know, I'm at the point where, fam, I leave them to it. But
no, let them do them. The yard of today looks a lot different.
It's not the yard of yesterday.
Thank you. So what it is I'm trying to break down to you now is this, that black Brits now have to start calling out this thing, because what's happening now is, you see that Rudakubana, yeah?
Fam, he's just a prick, fam. You know, he keeps saying
he's an idiot, son, but I'm showing you that, you see this Rudakubana? You know what I'm showing you about this brother?
Go on.
Because he will latch on to being black British,
fam.
That's what he'll do, though.
You from that village, kid.
But you're not that. So when you're keeping up Mazas, people are arguing, you're not that, fam.
You're just a maniac from the village.
And even if you, like, you're not that, and what it is how you, if you was we're not going to make this term a thing, but if that's what you was, blood, yeah, you wouldn't be latching onto certain ideologies.
What, FBB?
If you was that, you wouldn't be latching onto them.
What we saying, fam? We're pushing P this year. Is that the thing? What we saying, man? Are we pushing that freight? Because fam, if we push that, that'll go.
If we push it, it will go. That's why I'm trying to make it a thing.
No. So you don't like it? We want to come on with something, then, fam. I don't want to just bite the Americans, so that's why
it would take thought. But I'm saying that, family, I know we've got our issues here. You know, Black Britain has its issues. You know, but there's certain things we don't do. We don't go into a play scheme and hurt innocent youths, fam.
Black British gang, fam. BBG.
You see what I mean? We don't do that. So I'm saying, you see, like my man now, when the indigenous are vexed, you gotta understand that that's a separate problem from what's going on in Black Britain. My man was radicalised by non-Black British, fam. Look at them things, IRA. Look at the things they mention. They mention IRA. They mentioned freaking
what? Did they find that kind of paraphernalia?
Yeah, so they're saying the things that he was into. He was into Irish extremism. He was into Middle Eastern extremism, and he was into Islamic extremism. Now I'm saying, family.
Sorry to cut you off, but like I was saying to you earlier, Mark, there is no black extremism, so it's not going to come from us.
I was just about to break that down for you.
Oh, true.
All right. So you see, when I was younger now, when I first started getting into this black thing and that like hardcore, like learning my thing.
Yeah.
Like I took from all parts of the culture, you know, like I took from like yard, I took from like states, but you know, in the States, you had man like the Nation of Islam, fam. We ain't gonna get too deep into that. But right now, this floor we stand up on right now, you know what I found when I was tidying up earlier? I found a Farrakhan tape, blood. Them things I used to listen to. Farrakhan. When I was younger, it was them man there. The first book I ever read yeah, was called Message to the Black Man in America. I didn't even know what I was reading. But what I'm showing you is when these men start going into like hardcore, they're not even finding black extremism, which I don't like to label it that. But outsiders will label a man like Farrakhan an extremist. But it's them man there that I was listening to and watching. These men are going straight to the Arab man, lad. So you got nothing to do with the thing anyway. We ain't got nothing in common. Because I've never heard Farrakhan talk about going to murder no youths or doing nothing like that. Our thing was just rude boy. If you violate, then it's a problem. But I ain't gonna bother you though.
True.
And that's, for me, that's always been a black British ideology from our grandfathers right down. These men can't tell me nothing because your granddad isn't here to know that. You see what I'm saying? Both my granddads are from y'all, but have lived here, and they would never fire start us, blood. Like, you see where my granddads and that were going to work, blood. They were getting nothing but abuse.
Yeah.
But them man understood, we're doing this right now so the young a lot can breathe tomorrow. Them man ain't thinking like that, because even though you done that move, it hasn't sent no political message. It hasn't done nothing but made you look like an idiot. And you've stolen youths from their family. Yeah. So all you've did is put trauma on people and mash up your own life. You ain't said no political message. You ain't hurt the system, nothing. Because remember, everything's just a number, Stephen.
Well, if the saying has found the extremist paraphernalia, so what, Middle Eastern, Irish, clearly he read it. He had mental illnesses already. He's latched himself onto said ideologies and said, oh, I don't like what's going on in the world. I need to lash out violently. That's all he's done. Because there was no message behind it. Because how are you going to have a message when you're mentally unstable?
Factual. Breaking this, going back in time now. I remember the IRA on that. If you look at man like Whitey Bulger and them kind of man there, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like for Black Mass, you ever watch Black Mass?
I think so.
All right, for people who don't know, Whitey Bulger, he was an American Irishman, but he was like he gave them IRA man some straps and all of that. But their thing was, I don't want to get too deep into it, but their thing was like Protestants and Catholic. Their thing was like some religious. Every time they done a move, because remember they blew up a pub in Birmingham, but their thing was solely like political / religious. So I remember when one of them gang documentaries, and I remember I always look at these things, you know, they were talking about the IRA and that, and when they sat these men down, Stephen, they put like sweets on the table and that, sweets, and these men couldn't say what they were warring about. They couldn't say, these men could not say,
it's just going on for
I'm warring for this reason. Yeah. That they them man there, them filmmakers knew what they were doing when they lined them brothers up. Because even if you go right now to the Congo and you speak to the rebels and you speak to the man them representing government,
that's the thing. That's the thing with these drawn out conflicts. No one ever knows what they started.
No, but if you go to the Congo, them man will say, oh, because they're not giving us this or they're not doing that. A lot of man, you see, if you're warring, even if you take it to a yard lens, Stephen, the war is about something. Like, yo, we're fighting for whatever government or whatever.
But usually,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right. You're 100% right. But usually what I find with conflict is it's usually the same thing on both sides. Because they need to give us this. No, but this is our, you know what I'm trying to say? It's usually the same thing. No, this is our land. No, it's our land. We were here first. No, we were here. It's always the same. Usually it's the same thing. It's basically a difference of opinion that grows out into violence. That's what it usually is.
Yeah, facts. Look, they've called a ceasefire in the Palestine thing. Finally now, they've called a ceasefire,
yeah, give God thanks.
But look at that. Look how long and drawn out that was. But both sides, obviously, we're not giving no opinions here. Yeah. But we've done bits on that already if you're on Patreon. But if you look at both sides, yeah, man are trying to rationalize their thing, like, yo,
you will,
yeah, you like will, so. But you notice now that they've said, all right, ceasefire. This is what we want. So what I'm trying to show you was, even in the eyes of extreme war, everybody wants something.
Of course.
So if you're in a gang and a man sits you down and says, rude boy, why are you fighting that crew over there?
What do you want out of this?
If you can't definitively give them an answer,
get the fuck out of here, man. Please.
We don't take up no talk
at all. No, the answer is big man, why you want to fight them on over there? Because they're from the wrong postcode, innit, blood? So you want to fight a man and kill a man who looks like you because his mom got housed in a different area by the council?
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
That's your life mission, yeah?
These things need to be called out.
Kill yourself, remember.
And this is what I'm saying. There's a lot of men who have fell victim to that. But I'm just showing, man, that a man has to, Black Britain needs to call these things out because man are getting, these men are not, they're nothing to do with the actual community. They never spoke. Their fight is nothing to do about being black.
Basically,
Let's keep it 1,000.
Basically, this is how this should go. No one but the Rwandan community should be saying like, nah, that was just a bad egg. We're not all like that. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Realistically.
Thank you. That's all I'm trying to say. That's what, same with the Ugandan brother the other day.
So us Jamaicans.
Nothing to do with me.
Us, I'm saying us, I'm just saying us Nigerians, us Malaysian. You can get Malaysian.
Nigerians,
Kenyans,
Ghanaians, Nigerians, Somalis,
Bayesians.
Yeah. If you do a mazza, let's say it's like you, like, yo, your background mirrors mine to the T. To the T, fam. Now I'm saying now, unless it's a man like yourself, that's when I'm gonna jump on and say, really, boy, listen, or even a black Brit, meaning like a man who his people them come down here, whether grandparents or parents.
He's grown up in
and he's gone through the same experience. Yes, me and you were the same. But if you're doing a matter like that, and we ain't cut from the cloth, then when the indigenous are vexed, go and check whatever community that brother's from. Don't check black British people.
We'll give you the truth, but
don't check the diaspora.
Facts. We'll give you the
Jamaican
truth.
diaspora.
We'll give you the truth, but we're not going to defend the culprit.
Yeah, facts. And that's what I'm saying.
Or make excuses for it.
And I'm saying to you now, this is what I'm saying. We can talk now. When that thing happened at the time, man was suiting up and booting up to defend what?
Greg's.
No, but to defend what?
My right to a meal deal.
Because I'm saying if them dudes are vexed because they're saying, yo, a man's killed 3 pitting around here, yeah, we need answers. That war's between them and the system.
Well, Mark, even that.
Why do man feel the need to be involved in that war?
At all. But even that, I know they were hiding his identity, but even, all right, they showed his old pictures and that wasn't helpful. But what I'm trying to say, even the local, someone must have known him. I mean, like, hold on, that's so-and-so. He went to, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, facts.
My point being is, for even the frustration of that community, the indigenous at the time, you must have been able to turn up to his yard or his family's yard or something and say, yo, where's my man? We need answer. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, facts. Facts.
This whole national looting, you want to thief cookies from Subway, it don't make no sense.
Remember, these things don't happen overnight. Remember, I've broke it. Well, not I. We have broke it down. Yeah, we've broke it down. Now, remember, you know, a lot of men talk like this, you know. Yeah, a lot of men talk like this. I'm the only black brother on the road. Now, that back in the day, historically, that's like boasty talk, innit? Because you're basically saying, rude boy, nobody else from our team can afford to live around here. What? You see when you talk like that?
When things go wrong, who they looking at?
When things go wrong.
Who they looking at first?
But remember, when you saying, I'm the only black man in this zone, your youth goes to school in that zone.
Exactly.
So where do you think a man like that gets that ideology? He never got it from no black Brit. Somebody radicalized him. It's like, not for these, man. I'll keep it real. Not for these, man.
The children of certain experiences.
Just because you've switched religion, it don't mean you've switched race, rude boy. Some of you, man, are hot combing your beard and all that. Dyeing it ginger and all of that.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
Dyeing it ginger. Some of you, man, are weirdos, man.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
Eating nothing but chocolate hobnobs and all that, fam.
Samosas and no disrespect to the man there still. To the mans that do it, but you never changed your race, fam.
No, but the main thing is, it's not even you just didn't change your race. Your race didn't change in the eyes of the law either. Or
in the eyes of the same man that you're trying to click up with.
So they're not going to, the police come around looking for you, not going to be like, hey, have you seen this convert? They're going to be like, have you seen the black geezer with the ginger beard and bells on his socks? That's what they're going to say.
Facts. They're looking at,
however you dress.
They're looking at you and laughing and saying, yo, look about him, man.
You're still a, I don't know what the code is, but you're still an I3 male or whatever the code is for black. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I3.
Is it I3?
IC3.
Oh, see, I didn't even.
Yeah,
I guess.
That's black, yeah. IC3. There's not no IC 3.2. Oh, that's for a lighter brother.
Yeah.
It's just IC3. That's it. Even a mixed race brother's IC3, exactly. Which is what I come to find out.
That doesn't surprise me.
That's what I'm saying. It's all the same thing.
You know why? You know why that doesn't surprise me no, Mark? Because remember, like, let's say you're in pursuit in it, or you're on the radar and like, yeah, it's an IC3 man. They're not going to be like, because if you started breaking it up like, oh, he's mixed race, she's mixed race, we're looking for, then you'd have to be now. What's the mix though? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Then
Because mixed race is a wide spectrum.
Then like you just said, there's no IC 3. You know what I mean? If you went down that route, you'd need all of that. So you just keep it IC free.
Yeah, facts.
So
Facts.
use a black, use a Asian, use a white, use a Chinese, East Indian, and then probably just other or whatever, or unidentified, or sometimes it's all unidentified. You know what I mean? Unidentified male.
But you know when I hear these man talking like mad, like talk like in these podcasts, like, yo, yeah, man, I was gonna do this and I was gonna. To me, you just met the girl, blood.
In what regard?
Like that you were willing to do these mad crimes and all that.
There's a lot of it.
I was walking with the thing, you know. Like I don't know who sees a gangster. I must not have on the glasses, but
I think
who sees a gangster? I see an idiot.
Man must just be old.
The gotta be.
A lot of these podcast hosts are fucking pricks, bro.
Biblical facts, Bible facts, we ain't hiding and talk.
Sense on the camera screaming and all that, trying to say you're fighting man and all that. Someone needs to hit you with a corned beef can followed by a brick.
It's a fact.
Maybe they'll knock some sense into you, man.
That's a fact, man.
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, man, people, that's about it. You know what you're saying?
Time flies when you're having fun.
That's a fact. That's a fact, man. People, it's the Express Truth Show. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Patreon crew shout out. We in the building, man. What you saying, Steve?
Wrap this up so I can get out of here, man. I need to show a man's girl that I'm strong by nature, fam. I'm out of here, fam. It's the greatest show on earth. Making Thursdays great again, never late again. You want to show your girl a good time so Superman don't have to be on a late night grind with her? Click the link in the bio, man.
That's
Till
it,
next
people.
time. We out of here. Gang, gang.